let's check in. And welcome back, Frank. Welcome back.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How do you feel being back? And should Frank be the number one?
I felt back last week.
Oh,
Not gonna lie.
true. That's true. A little bit different, right?
I mean, it is a little different, but I felt welcomed back last week, so I just want you to remember that.
All right, so the Parlay Pals are back. The fearsome foursome, the four-pack, the fabulous four, whatever you want to say. We are back, and there's a lot to choose from this weekend, guys. There's Bellator, there's UFC. We can go boxing if we want, and let's get into it, shall we? I say we don't beat around the bush here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to.
Oh, there's also PFL Challenger Series.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Sure.
That's what you want to do? PFL Challenger Series.
Why not? It all counts, right?
It all counts.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Frank, back in the mix. First time.
Frank, do you remember how to do this?
Well, this sucks.
Ooh.
Wow.
Really not feeling the welcome. Connor, you want to swap
just
out with
switch with
me?
me?
Yeah, why not?
Why?
I just wanted to go first.
You know what?
You know what? No.
Yeah.
You
Good
offered.
call. No.
You offered me.
No.
Well,
Good
this
call.
is
Yeah,
the
good call.
This is
You will
why I
pick
left.
last. Thank you, sir. You will be picking last.
I kind of like the fact that the entry back in is him picking last.
Yeah, we're
you
not
wanna
giving
swap with me?
handouts here.
No, I'm good.
No,
thanks, bro.
Rick?
Frank. This
Rick,
is
how you
the
feeling
order
about taking
that
the
we will
last
be
one?
doing.
I mean, I'll swap with you, but it's only they
Rick-
clearly
Rick
want
is
you
a-
to take your
that's what I'm
spot.
talking about.
Get out of
That's what I'm
here.
talking
By the way, can I throw out one more thing? No, there's no swapping on this one. I'm
There's a
making
million. There's a million things to choose from. You should be able to find one that you can work with.
Wait. Can I just throw out one thing? Are we doing the thing again where if you lose, you're out, or like?
I'm down for that. I don't think.
I think
we ever
Ariel
made an
just got
official-
annoyed and is like, "Hey,
No.
by the way,
You have to be the sole coster, though. You have to be the one that loses the parlay for the crew.
If everybody else hits and you don't, you're out. That's
Okay,
it.
like that.
and
I like
and
that.
just for the record, if 2 hit, 2 miss, nothing happens.
Nothing.
So it's
Four.
as
We keep going.
so if there's just one person on the loser side, you're out.
You are responsible
Yes.
And are you out until what?
until they lose.
Until
those
the 3-leg loses, and then we're back to 4.
Now, when you mean the 3-leg, do you mean the next? Let's say next week, 1 out of the 3, so the parlay's dead, or all 3 lose?
Just the
No.
parlay loses.
Okay, just the parlay loses.
Yeah.
got
All right.
it.
All right, so that's what we're going with.
Yeah, we're shaking on it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Shakes all around.
Shakes all around.
Sounds good to
Yeah.
me.
All right.
Look at, look at all
I
my
will-
hands.
I will kick us off. Head to my favorite place, a place that Ariel doesn't like me to go to after last time.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
Main event. The alternate totals page.
Fuck's sake.
Derek Lewis, Sergey Spivak under 4.5 minus 650.
Wow.
Feels good taking these
Yeah.
huge numbers and not feeling guilty about it now that we got four guys back
Oh,
in
so
the
there's an
mix.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there is an advantage.
All right, there you go. So it's under what? 4.5?
Under 4.5, essentially, fight doesn't go to a decision. We got 22.5 minutes to find a finish. It's not available yet on DraftKings, but if it was, my pick would have been main event in Bellator to not go to a decision, but that is not available to us right now.
So if it goes to 3.5, it goes 1.5, we still win.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
If let's just you'll have the 2.5 minutes in the 5th round, but I mean, let's just not even go to the 5th round.
Right. But if it goes to 4.59, we lose.
I mean, if it goes to 2:31 in the 5th round, we lose.
We lose. Okay. All right. That's a little bit scary.
That's a Derek Lewis fight.
No, I know. Who do you think wins that fight? Are you betting on that one?
I didn't take a side, no.
Okay. By the way, I'm looking on the boxing odds page. Nothing on Serrano.
It's there.
No, there is.
It is? No, look,
Yeah.
I just looked. Or I'm looking on not on DraftKings. I'm looking on the actual. What are the odds there?
Amanda Serrano minus 750.
Oh.
Alicia Bumgarner minus 900.
Where are you seeing this?
Richardson Hitchens minus 800. DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh, okay.
Are you on best fight odds or
No,
pro
I'm
boxing?
pro boxing odds.
Oh, and you don't see Serrano?
No.
Oh, I think it is on there. Regardless, those are the odds.
Oh.
I don't want to take any of them.
Oh, they have it under February 5th. It's not February
Yeah.
5th. It's February 4th, bros.
Best fight
Anyway,
odds
so I
can make slight errors every once in a while.
All right. Amanda Serrano.
There it is.
Minus 750. Frank, were you going with Serrano?
I mean, that was one of the picks.
I was thinking about Johnny Eblin, but I'm going to go, I don't know, first head, it's a lot of pressure on him. I'll go Amanda Serrano just to win.
Money
Straight
line,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good pick, man.
Thanks, bro. Who's next? New York Rick?
Yes, I am next. I'm going to go to PFL. I'm going to go to Bellator land. I'm not going to PFL land.
That would have been sick.
Going to Bellator land. What'd you say?
I said that would have been sick.
No, I like the Bellator.
If I went to the PFL challengers,
Yes,
I have to admit,
sick.
I don't know the first thing about any of these fighters. That would have been impressive. I'm a big believer in the recent success of Sabah Homasi. I'm going to take money line.
Sabah Homasi minus 195. Tasty.
That should get us somewhere nice.
Yeah, we're pretty much at even money right now with Frank's pick to go.
No pressure, Frank.
So I was going to take Amanda, but now I'm going to go to UFC and stay up all night to watch this.
Yes.
Are you really? Yeah, right.
Well,
Yeah.
fortunately, I'm picking in the prelims. So Rinya Nakamura by decision. I mean, not by decision, just winning.
Just to win.
Just to win. All right, that gets us to plus 143.
I love it.
There we go.
We're back, baby.
Sergey Spivak under 4.5. Amanda Serrano moneyline. Sabah Homasi out of Bellator, and Rinya Nakamura plus 143.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like the
it. I mean,
diversity that we have here.
that Homasi Ward fight is going to be fireworks.
By the way, 3 versus 4, whole different ball game, right? I already feel like the weight of the 4 picks versus the 3.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. It is a lot harder.
Pays out well too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a little bit more of a risk, but I like the odds there.
Yeah, I'm with it, dude.
And then if you get Mysterious
Frank,
Frank, you get that extra.
yeah, that's what we'll call it,
Yeah.
Mysterious Frank. I like that.
Mysterious Frank.
All right, so there you go. There's our parlay. Now, what about your picks for the weekend, Mr. GC? A little PFL action. What do we got?
Zero PFL
Okay.
action, but I do have a little UFC action. I do have a little Bellator action. I do have a little boxing action. So let's get it
baby.
off. Tatsuro Taira going against Jesus Aguilar. I took fight does not go to a decision just because the under wasn't available at my book at the time. But I mean, Tatsuro Taira, massive favorite, minus 1,100, 12-0. 9 of his 12 wins are by finish. I think this is a good stylistic matchup for him. I think he likely gets this one done early. So I feel good about fight does not go to a decision. Plus, if you're on minus 1,100, I feel like you got to get that finish to cover that price tag. And I feel good about the undefeated prospect. Moving on. On the road to the UFC is the flyweight championship. And what I just had was a flyweight fight. Took the under there. You know we're going to take the under here. They are 3-0 so far in 2023. And why not continue the magic here? Hyung-Sung Park is a minus 200 favorite. And in his first 2 road to the UFC fights, they ended in the first round. He's actually had 6 straight fights go under the 2.5. Sure, Ariel, I know what you're thinking.
Yes.
Choi has a lot of decisions. I mean, you know if anyone does. If you go back to his amateur career, 11 of his last 13 have gone to a decision. But there's a magic. There's a magic in the air surrounding flyweight unders, and we will continue to ride that magic until the wheels fall off. 3-0 so far in 2023 after a stellar 2022. If you notice a trend here, not a lot of money lines, a lot of props. Frank's favorite fighter, Rinya Nakamura, going up against Kazama. I will be taking the under in this as well. Nakamura, I mean, dude's got power. He also has great wrestling chops. U23 wrestling national world champion back in 2017, silver medalist at Japanese nationals. I think if Kazama can't get the takedowns, which he went 2 of 13 in his last road to the UFC fight, he's going to struggle here, especially on the feet. I think he's probably going to get starched, and good luck taking Nakamura down. I just mentioned his wrestling chops, and he stuffed all 4 takedowns so far in the road to the UFC. So I like this one to go under. They have 18 combined pro fights, 15 of which have gone under the 2.5. We continue. Yusaka Kinoshita going up against Adam Fujit. I like the under 2.5 here as well. 7 pro fights for Kinoshita, 5 amateurs, all gone the under 2.5. And Kinoshita is a beast, man. His record says 6-1. His one loss is a DQ for. They claim it was holding the fence, but he was stomping dudes' face out as well in Ryzen. I mean, he is violent. He is aggressive. All of his wins have come by finish. Fugit as well. 7 straight fights have gone under the 2.5. I was a little bit surprised to see this one lined like this. It feels like we're going to expect violence in this one. We continue the under 2.5 trend. Dooho Choi, the return versus Kyle Nelson, under 2.5. I mean, if you've ever watched Choi fight, like 10 of his last 11 have gone under the 2.5. Nelson, 6 of his last 8 under the 2.5. Plus Nelson, 3 of his last 4 losses, he's been finished. Choi, his last 2 losses, he has been finished. I think this one's going to be fireworks. I'm hoping for a great return for Dooho Choi. Wish it was in front of his, home Korean crowd, but alas, hopefully he'll deliver some fireworks in the Apex. The last single for UFC Korea Apex 68, Da Jung by KO TKO. 11 of his 15 wins have come by knockout. 3 of Devin Clark's 7 losses have come by way of KO. And I mean, last time out, he just got melted in those second and third rounds against Azamat Murzakanov. Kutalaba, when he fought him, kind of did what he wanted to. I mean, Clark just doesn't really have that acumen when the fight is on the feet. He has to have those takedowns working to find success. 7 of his UFC wins, 20 takedowns. He's 7-7 in the UFC. In the wins, 20 takedowns. In the 7 losses, he was only able to get 4 takedowns in those. And in those 7 losses, he has never outstruck his opponent, Da Jung. He's going to be the bigger fighter here. 4 inches of height on this man. Plus, he's got an 88% takedown defense. Not the biggest sample size, but still, he knows how to stuff a takedown. And if it stays on the feet, he's also got a 3-inch reach advantage. I think he's just far, far better on the feet, and I think he's going to eventually find that knockout. Over to Bellator, 290. Rick's favorite fighter, Sabah Homasi, taking on Brennan Ward. Like I mentioned, I think this one is going to be fireworks. The under 1.5 here. Sabah Homasi, 14 of his last 19. Under the 1.5. Brennan Ward, 19 straight fights for this dude have not gone the distance. 16 of those going under 1.5. I mean, Bellator put it on the main card, opening the main card for them for a reason, because they know this one is going to be fireworks. I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully, because of the Parlay Pals, Homasi is the one finding the finish. To the main event. I'm going with the under 1.5. I mean, Federer's not here to go 25 minutes. I think he has 0 plans of that happening. His 6-fight Bellator career has seen an average of 1 minute and 57 seconds per fight, all 6 of them ending in the first round. 9 of his last 10 have ended in the first round. 33 of his 46 professional fights have ended in the first round. He is not a dude that gets paid by the hour. He comes in and he gets the job done. Hate to say it. Hate to do it. We had him on earlier. I played Ryan Bader money line. So,
oh my God.
If you listen to No Bets Barred this week, it was really a wild thing. We started the show. Ryan Bader was minus 215. I go to Jed. I was like, I feel like this is a playable line. I feel like we go ahead and play him. He had already played him at that number. I was like, well, I'll jump in at minus 240. As the show is going on, Ryan Bader is actively dropping, and then by the end of it, he was like minus 340. I don't know what happened, but like a ton of money came in on Ryan Bader yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it just knocked dude out in 35 seconds. Fedor is now 46. Yeah, I mean, just at this playable line, I just feel like that's the move in this situation. I hope Fedor wins. I hope he gets to end his career well. All those legends get to come into the cage. But after last time, I felt like this was worth a play. And then to boxing, one single on boxing. It is Sky Nicholson by decision. I said it all week. If they give me a playable line on this one, I will play it.
Oh, wow. I should have taken that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean, Frank's salty that he took his Serrano there.
Sorry.
I mean, minus 210, I feel that's playable. This is going to be your toughest test against Tanya Alvarez, a nice prospect out of Spain. Sky Nicholson, 149 amateur fights. 149. And I understand it is 3-minute rounds and it's only 3 rounds. But she had 1 knockout throughout those 149 fights. She was not kidding on the show when she was like, yeah, most of my wins have come by way of decision. Obviously, all 5 pro fights have come by decision. Now, this is her first 10-rounder, but I think that proves she doesn't have that KO power. Like, she's not going to end you with that 1 punch. I do think this is one of her toughest tests to date. So I think this is going to be a great battle, and she's going to win by decision. A few parlays for you here. The 3 fighters we just mentioned, Richardson Hitchens, Alicia Baumgartner, Amanda Serrano. Yep, big chalky favorite parlay. Played this one earlier this week. I am all over it. Me and Frank will be in the house. I am very much looking forward to it. Hopefully we can cash that. Did a little UFC Bellator cross parlay. Violence. Homasi Ward doesn't go to a decision. Bader Fedor doesn't go to a decision. Louis Spivak under 4.5. And then to finish us off, a couple of UFC parlays. Shout out to Jed Meshew for coming up with this. The Pacifist parlay. Jiyeon Kim, Mandy Baum goes to a decision. And a heavyweight, Tybora Ivanov, goes to a decision. That gets us to even money. Last 2, already mentioned him. Yusaka Kinoshita, I mean, very violent, very aggressive. Think this is a good matchup for him against Adam Fujit. And then the main event does not go to a decision. And lastly, the Korean Super Parlay. I took the 5 Korean favorites that are, obviously not fighting other Koreans. That pays out at plus 544. Just put a quarter unit on that for the fun of it. Wish this one was happening in Korea, but alas, I'll still find a way to support the Korean fighters.
Yes.
Big weekend.
Big weekend.
Big weekend.
I love your theme parlays. I got to give you a shout out for that.
Those are fun.
I just think they're so much fun.
Gimmick? There's nothing better than when it cashes. Hopefully it cashes.
You gonna do an Australian one next week?
Oh man, we're gonna have some fun next week for Australia. I can promise you that.
Did you have any thoughts on the Eblin Tokov fight?
Yeah, I feel like Eblin wins, but like minus 225. Tokov's pretty good, dude. 31-3.
I kind of feel like that. I kind of feel like the dog's live in that one.
I mean,
kind of feel like
live, dude. Like if you look at his losses, Ramazan Ameev was like a split decision back in, I think it was M1, and then Magomed Karamov. Like, dude is a beast. And
that
Johnny
plus
Eblin.
210.
What's that fight line?
A little sprinkle
before the Gegard Mousasi fight. Like I feel
Yeah.
like Tokov would be a decent favorite there, but obviously he showed out.
It's going to be interesting. Super interesting fight.
I just can't bet against Eblin again because of the way he just tore my heart out. I was live when he beat Gegard Mousasi, and that was just a beating pillar to post. That was just domination.
All right, great stuff. Good luck. That was a lot of information.
A lot of information. Yeah. I was thinking halfway through it. I was like, man, I hope the graphics are assisting people. If you're on podcast, that might have been tough to keep up with.
Man, it's fine.